Hi, everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to a little bit of an impromptu live stream. Now, the lighting isn't very good. I'm not particularly well dressed and fancy. More than likely, we might not get anybody watching live, so that's fair enough. You guys can watch it on replay later. It's currently 4:26 p.m., so I'm doing the live stream a little bit earlier than normally that I would. I'd normally do it about 9 or 10 p.m. my time. As everybody may know or may not know, I'm in Moscow, Russia. It's kind of late afternoon here. It's a wet, cold, kind of a rainy, miserable kind of day. So it's appropriate that I'm staying home. I went out yesterday to film a new video, which I'm going to hopefully have later on today. So probably in the next 5 or 6 hours or so, I'll have it live for everybody to watch. I met up with a friend here in Moscow who's from New Zealand, and we had a really nice day out. We kind of had a bit of a plan of where we were going to go, but we called into my local shopping center because where we were going to actually was in the same area, and we filmed a bit of a walk around of my local shopping center with him, sort of him talking about the difference between New Zealand and Russia, the difference in the supermarkets and different things that are in the supermarket that maybe people aren't aware of. So it was kind of fun. And I've just noticed the subscriber count's gone. I'm just looking over to the screen over here. Sorry, I know it's over here, but I'm just looking at my screen over here, and it's now gone from 9999 to 9997. So I wonder if people are having fun and unsubscribing to make fun of this. If anyone watched Mr. Beast, or if anyone watches Mr. Beast, he just celebrated 100 million subscribers. And obviously when he goes live doing that kind of thing, he kind of lost 20, 30, 50,000 subscribers in a matter of seconds because people were kind of messing around by unsubscribing to prolong how long the live stream was going to be, going live to get to 100 million subscribers. So I'm just going to switch my light on here. I don't know if this is going to make any difference. I think not. Maybe. Well, that's a little bit better. It's actually a little bit brighter in here than it kind of looks on the camera. So, and the reason it's kind of just very bright on my face here, well, I've got my light here, of course, but is my balcony window is right next to me here as well. So yeah, if anyone's actually live watching this, you're more than welcome to chat in the comments or just post something that you're here, maybe where you're watching from, whereabouts in the world. It would be nice. You don't have to say too much. You don't have to ask any questions if you don't want, but I thought I'd kind of do this kind of like subathon, I guess, if you'd call it that, where we can see if we can watch the 10,000 tick over together. Of course, it's not in the great time zone for everybody around the world to be watching, so short of people actually kind of just opening YouTube like you guys have done and seeing the live stream come up like this. We could be here for 2 minutes. We could be here for 5 hours. So hopefully, it ticks over. Now, I haven't put a new video out in kind of a few days, so it's very hard to gain subscribers organically when you're not uploading content constantly. Wow, that's a lot of English words to kind of get out in one go there. Yeah, so wow, 9999. Should we do a bigger version of the screen and do a smaller version of me? This is kind of the growth chart, by the way. This is actually the YouTube studio, it's called, or YT Studio, YouTube Studio. So there is a kind of delay with this sometimes where it's not to the exact millisecond of it updating, but you can see the growth here if anyone's sort of interested. Oh, there it is, 10,000 subscribers. It just happened. My head just turned. And over here, I just saw it tick over. Did you guys see that together? There's nobody typing anything in the comments. Have I got comments turned off, I wonder? I don't know. I'm just going to pull up a separate screen somewhere. I've got screens open everywhere today, so excuse me for doing this. I'm just going to pull up a separate screen. So yeah, 10,000. Oh, Recurve Archer, thank you. Oh, there's a few people live here now. Hi and well done, Perth. Yes, I'm from. Are you from Perth? I'm from Perth. Well, most people in Australia say the city they're from. So you say you're from Sydney or Melbourne. I say I'm from Perth, but I live in the suburbs of Perth, about 30 minutes drive from what would be the center of the city, or the CBD, which is Perth. Yeah, so I'm more in the southern. Basically, Perth is divided by the Swan River, if anyone doesn't know. So there's basically north of the river and south of the river. So I live south of the river. Hayland Place. That's kind of an interesting. Is it Hayland Place? Like, as in Hayland Pace, the comedic duo? That's kind of interesting. Yeah, well done. Thank you. Yes. Oh, there's a few people now putting some thank yous. Yes, Sean H. Yeah, thank you as well. I guess once it goes to like, if you guys can play with me now and unsubscribe and resubscribe, and it's going to go up and down. So that's just how it is, sort of naturally. So yeah, we might stay live for a little while. We won't be here for, the normal kind of normal live stream length. So yeah, I guess it'll go up maybe one or two more possibly. Let's see. Emma, thank you. Congratulations. Yes. I guess I should have made a bigger deal of it, but I thought just because I saw it ticking over close to the 10,000, I thought it was worth doing the live stream just to kind of see it together. So yeah, this is the growth here. This is interesting. If I might just do lifetime, because I kind of had the channel for a couple of years before. It's very, very staggered here. So I really only, where are we? So roughly August. So exactly, where is September 6th? There it is. So we actually already had 44 subscribers on September 5th there. But essentially, it's only exactly a year since I came over to Russia from Australia, from Perth. So everything is kind of, you can see the jump here. If I just do 365, it's probably not as staggered there, but you can see these kind of growth spurts. Perth Hills representing. Oh, my very good friend from high school was living in Kungamaya. I think that's kind of the hills. I feel like I live miles away. I'm only, my official address now is Baldivis, which you probably know very well, but I was living in Rockingham, right by the foreshore, for the year and a half when we were home last year, sort of prior to this 12 months of coming to Moscow. So yeah, but I also like rain and fish. Oh, so hail and place is a type of fish. I didn't know that. Let me see if that's, I guess it's place fish. Oh, look at that. It is. Place is a common name of a group of flatfish that comprise 4 species: European, American, Alaskan, and scale-eyed plaice. Well, that's kind of cool. Thank you, Hale and Place, for pointing that out. Yeah, rain and fish. That's very appropriate. Can you see who was the 10,000? I can't. No. You can, but it's 2 days delayed. Congratulations. Thank you, John Hughes. John Hughes, in Australia, in Perth, we have a car dealership called John Hughes. He's basically has every brand of car. He has this mega car dealership in Victoria Park, which is just outside of Perth CBD. And his name's also John Hughes. He's got like Mitsubishi, he's got all sorts of every brand of car, but then John Hughes is the name of the dealership. So I wonder if you have some small relation to John Hughes. Can you see who's, yeah, right. So I can't see who is the 10,000th because there's a delay. There's a kind of a screen where it shows you the last subscribers, the last 7 days, 28 days, kind of the list. but you don't see that for about 2 days later. But then you really technically wouldn't know because the 2-day delay is kind of 2 days before. So if you like Ziggy, you can claim as being the 10,000s if you just subscribe now. I don't know. So I guess short of somebody unsubscribing and then re-clicking it, I guess you'd know that you're that person then. Wendy wants to know, will you stay in Russia permanently? So for now, oh, sorry if I move the microphone then. For now, the plan is to stay here. I am working on trying to go back to ships for another contract, kind of the famous one last contract. So I'm in email negotiations. Is that what you'd call it? So there you go. You see now it's 9999. So it's ticked back. If someone's clicked that who's watching live, maybe, I don't know. And then it hopefully will tick forward. So there's a tiny delay. I don't know how long that delay is to show it kind of tick up and then down. So yeah, so the plan is to try to go back to ships in the next couple of months. Now, obviously, that's going to put the channel in a little bit of skew-if, because obviously predominantly everything on this last year of the channel is videos from in Russia. But traveling, of course, if I travel back to America, I join one of the ships and go to the Caribbean, then there you go. You can see it go right back to 10,000. Sorry, again, I'm pointing over here, not right here. So, or here. Let's do the kind of medium-sized one now, like that. There we go. Yeah, so permanently is something that my wife and I are talking about. We are looking at possibly changing where we're living to another place in the same building, which is a little bit bigger. Really it'd be kind of 2 rooms bigger, but it's really 1 room bigger. But here in Russia, they don't kind of call a house by a 1-bedroom house, 2-bedroom. They say rooms. It's a 1-room house, 2-room house, 3-room house, so that we're not in a small place. But that's just something that we're talking about. So it's really more driven by, can we afford the mortgage? Because we would end up having to take a mortgage on a part of the payment of the house to buy it. And obviously at the moment, the interest rates in Russia are very high, considering compared to the world, if that makes sense. I mean, you're looking at more than double what they are in Australia. So yeah, we don't get it in Australia. Yeah, we do have Flatfish though. I mean, I don't do a lot of fishing, but I do know, I don't know places in the name when you told me it, but I know the Soul here. I guess I'm just looking at Google here. So it's just showing explore more on this little thing where you can click other fish. Is that going to go up to Wikipedia? Let's see. Yeah, the principal commercial flatfish in Europe is European flatfish. Yeah, there you go. Well, they can be found in depths up to 200 meters. That's kind of crazy. Alaskan place. Can live for up to 30 years and grow up to 60 centimeters long. Alaskan ones. Most commercial fisheries do not target Alaska place, but may be caught as a bycatch by commercial trawlers trying to catch other bottom fish. Well, there you go. Learned something new today. So yeah, haddock and cod, I know. I've definitely heard of those. In Australia, fish and chip shops, really haddock is more of a British name for a fish, but you'd get it in fish and chip shops in Australia, but not commonly. You'd really need to go to a fish and chip shop that's got English people that own the fish and chip shops. So in Australia, we get barramundi or barra. They're very big fish that you can catch mostly in the northern part of Australia. But barramundi, skippy. If you want to go just, fun fishing with kids or with family and put a rod in the off the jetty, you catch skippy and tailor and whiting, yellowtails they called. Wendy S. Yeah, thanks for the update and congratulations on 10,000. Thank you, Wendy. Yes. So the thing about it's gone back down to, it's not 10,000 now. It's gone down again. So I guess going forward, once we end the live stream, I'm sure it'll tick up if you guys want to watch back. I don't know if you're going to watch another video but later on today, I'll have a kind of a supermarket tour. I know that's kind of a thing on my channel that I've done a lot. So it will be kind of the next video coming up in about, I'd say 3 or 4 or 5 hours, because it's 4 p.m. Normally 9, 10, 11 p.m. is more the suggested time that you should upload a video. So, oh, Irina from Russia. Yes. Hello, friends. Thanks for the kind words. Be happy. Yes. I think everybody's watching live. It's kind of fun. So yeah, haddock and cod. That's the most common fish like you get in fish and chop shops. Fish and chop shops. I'm almost New Zealand accent then. Fish and chops. After spending one day with my New Zealand friend yesterday, Ben. That's the most common fish that you'll get in fish and chip shops in the UK. Yeah. I don't know all the names of the fish. Normally, if you go to very commonly, this is not really a thing, but if you ask for fish and chips in a traditional fish and chip shop in Australia, a lot of times you'll get shark. There is shark that you get as the fish in fish and chips. So you normally just have to ask for a certain type of fish. Asian sea bass. Lattes calorifer or Asian sea bass. Yeah, barramundi. Hi from Novosibirsk. Oh, Oleg's Cap. How's it going? Zdravstvuyte. Dobrovecha, I think it is in the afternoon, isn't it? Dobro Utra is in the morning. Yes, already 10,000. Oh, 10,002. Now it's really going. Wow. There is a bit of a, I don't know, these kind of theories of YouTube that as your channel hits certain milestones, the channel gets recommended more, it gets shown more, you pick up, the subscriber count gets quicker, if that makes sense, like this. I mean, obviously, you have to like the videos to click subscribe. Maybe you like me, maybe you like the videos, maybe you like the type of content, maybe you like the type of information. I don't know. It's all a mystery. So, but yeah. So, oh, thank you, Miss Wee Lassie. Oh, that's a very English kind of name for a girl or lady, right? A lassie or a lass. If you're maybe not from the UK or you're just watching the live stream here. So, yes. Yeah, Halen Pace, I think you're referring to the fish about the shark. Yeah, you will quite commonly get shark. I don't think. I'm just going to Google fish and chip menu. Perth. I don't know if we'll see anything that comes up. Fish and chip company. I guess that's kind of websites. I really want to see images. Beach fish and chips. Oh yeah, so there we go. So there's I just put that there if you're interested in this. And we're just talking a little bit for now on. So this is a fish and chip menu. It's a little bit hard to see if you're on your phone, I think, but yeah, there's hake. Oh, snapper. I forgot snapper. Snapper, barramundi, Spanish mackerel, shark, and it's got in brackets local, and red emperor. Actually, that's the one my dad likes, red spot emperor, when he gets the suggest fish and chips. So yeah, there's a bit of a difference in price there. $8.50, $9.50, $10, and then up to $16. And you've kind of got different meal deals, and then crab sticks, pineapple fritters, cheese sausages, battered sausage, Chico roll, corn jack, fish cake, potato scallops, banana fritters. Yeah, so there you go. There's some fish and chip. Yeah, just basically type into Google fish and chip menu Australia. I mean, you could do that for England and compare it. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. Yeah, I know my dad likes red spot emperor because he's always telling me, get that fish if you get fish and chips. But yeah, hake, I think, is the classic one. And then a lot of places, I'll just drag that away so it's not on the screen. A lot of places will be shark. So it's kind of interesting. Oh, you're Scottish. Oh, wee lassie, yes. Yeah, I think, is lassie more of a Scottish word or an English word, I wonder? Or is it just kind of British slang? I bet wee, yeah, that's definitely Scottish now that I kind of read it back. Does it taste good? Honestly, I am not really a connoisseur. I enjoy fish and chips with a bit of salt and vinegar on and some tomato sauce or ketchup on the side. So my dad thinks that Red Spot Emperor is better than the classic house fish and chips. So yeah, it's obviously better. Christian H, thank you. Congratulations. Yes, thank you. Well, let me put me up a little bit, so we can put the little comments down here. So yeah, thank you. It's very cool to now. It's kind of gonna definitely tick over a bit more than the 10,000. So I guess it was going to go up and down a couple of people here and there. Throw another shark on the Barbie. Yes. My life likes fish here in Moscow. You can get actually when you watch the video later with Ben, we point out there's aquariums in the supermarket where you can get live fish, obviously, and then there's a fishmonger that will, I guess, gut it if you like. I don't know. What do you call it? Fillet it. Sorry, fillet the fish. So, but there's also frozen fish, which we point out as well. So there's a lot of fish options in Russia for you to buy here. So yeah, Hake Snapper Barramundi Smash. Yeah, right. So that's you've copied our fish shops and made them better. Thanks. Anyone for toast? Oh, good to see you, by the way, live in the live stream. Again, incredibly unscheduled. So yeah, it's very nice to see a few people watching live and watching now. Look, 10,005. Oh, okay. I'm going to look like I'm over here. 10,005. I need that. Like, how do you do that? You guys know that there's a bit of a thing with YouTube thumbnails that you've got to have that surprise face in thumbnails. If you watch YouTube regularly, you'll see a consistent kind of pattern of that. So I've never done fish on the barbecue. We pretty much just do it on the frying pan here and just grill it. You sometimes put it in the oven, and my wife does fish in the oven baked, but I like to do it on the frying pan. So yeah, pretty much copied the selection. Shark usually called hake or flake. Oh, thank you, Recurve. Shark is usually called hake or flake in Australia. So yeah, I know that if you don't know what you're getting, it's probably shark. So sorry. I hear barbecue is a big thing in Russia too. Yes, in summertime. Yes, shashlik is kind of the name that you would always call barbecuing, because you don't kind of tend to do it on a classic grill here, like a flat top grill. It's kind of you put meat on a skewer, like shish kebab, I guess. Let me see if there's a picture. I should really just have a little, like a Google live stream where I just pull up Google things and talk about it. Shashlik. I think that's images. Yeah, let's just pull this into the screen here so you can see all the shashlik things. So yeah, so this is, you know, the thing with shashlik in Russia, you don't need anything fancy. I mean, literally this metal box with the coals, so the kind of the Weber coals. And then you put the meat on a skewer. So you've either got pork. Typically, you'll do chicken, pork, beef on them right there. You can also do, you'll see veggies here. So these are kind of just general photographs, of course. So there's a girl doing her YouTube face there. These are all very, very typical photos of what the barbecues would be. So yeah, you just do it on the coals. And then you just, and you can, at the supermarkets, you can buy the meat already, kind of, what do you call it? Where they put the meat and put it in some juices and some rubs, and you let it kind of sit for a few hours. And you put it in the fridge in a container. I don't know what they call that. Sorry, my wording's kind of lost me completely, but this is very, very typical shashlik looking photographs here. You know, obviously some of these are kind of specially made photos, but I'd say this one right here is very, very normal of how they would do the barbecuing in Russia. It's literally just a firebox, and you can buy them brand new. I mean, they still sell them new. You can, if you watch back the petrol station video, there is actually in the petrol station on the highway up the road from me here, they sell these shashlik barbecue boxes in the petrol station. So you can actually buy them kind of anywhere, essentially, but it's just how elaborate they are or how small or big, depending on where you are. If you've got a dacha or a country house, you've got plenty of room to put it outside. Yeah, and you just heat it up and then just turn the skewers over. And then depends on the whose house you're at or whatever type of skewers they've got. So there's another one right here. So they've got some potatoes on this one. That maybe is chicken or pork, I'd say. And it depends on how fancy the skewers are. Yes, I hope that kind of that's kind of a more kind of photo there. You might not have as many as that. That's quite a lot of, pretty much one stick is good for 1 or 2 sticks for a person, depending on how hungry you are. So, yeah, that's shashliking or barbecuing. You can do it year round. It's obviously cold outside in winter to do it, but it's still, if you've got a bit of undercover area, if you're in a traditional house. I mean, I'm in an apartment here, so we wouldn't be able to do it where we are, but it would be very easy to do if you've got kind of an undercover area in a normal, classic suburban house, if you want to call it that. But typically, a lot of people do it at their dachas or country houses, especially in summertime now. Yeah, I hope that's kind of an interesting thing. Yeah, congrats from Sunny. Yes, I was just looking at the map last night because one of the ships that was suggested to me was out of Baltimore. Baltimore. I sound very British when I say that. So, and I said to my wife about it. She was like, what's Baltimore? Where's Baltimore? I'm like, it's near New York, but further south. So she's not very geographically minded when you think of American states. So yeah, look, 10,006. It's like flying along now. That's crazy. Let's put 7 days. It's probably, so 7 days. It's a bit hard to kind of see the jump here. So yesterday was 9986. So 80, 90, 100. So 30 subscribers in a day, I guess, which is very much about average. Some days 50, some days 20. So yeah, it jumps around a little bit. So yeah, thank you, Dennis. Yeah, very nice to for everyone to see the live of the jump in subscribers. Yeah, thanks. I'm going to just pull up my other screen. Sorry, just while I'm talking. Being so nice about everything, aren't I, here? Because I just wanted to see this other screen. This is what I'm going to show off screen, if that makes sense. Because it's just interesting how. Where is the customization? Is that the one? View live chat. No, this is in the back of house thing that I'm kind of looking at here. Where is the current one that we're watching? Too much things to click. Sorry, guys. Just bear with me a second. Oh, let's just click back here because I forgot to do something. Do on, save. Now we're good. I think. One more second. Yes, now we're good. Where is the analytics here? Oh, control room. That's what we need. This one right here. Yeah, and we've got 16. It took me that long to find. We've got 16 likes. So thank you. Yeah, with only 20 of you guys watching. I think, what are we at? The highest we were at was 25 people. So you guys have watched it now. It's 10,007. We will kind of wind up very shortly. We won't make this a long live stream. So yeah, thank you, Dennis, for that. Congratulations. Yes. Have you considered cruise ships out of Sydney? I can't technically work on ships in Australia because they don't allow Australians to work on ships based in Australia, that are based in Australia. If you did a cruise literally from, let's call it Hawaii to Sydney back to Hawaii, you could. But if a ship's based there, because of labor laws and wages and taxes, Australians technically aren't on ships in Australian waters. There may be a few that would be maybe entertainers, musicians, comedians, guest singers that may come on just for a cruise or two, or what they call a fly-on act. But there isn't Australians, because of the labor laws and taxes. You could technically sail the ship to Australia, stay on it for a couple of cruises, then that you'd be made then to sign off at some point. You can't continuously work on a ship in Australia that's based in Australia, I hope that makes sense. So unfortunately, it'll end up meaning me flying back to the US. I am going to do a live stream on my I Like Cruise Ships channel, I think either tonight or tomorrow. I'll see how we go with editing this last video. My wife doesn't love it when she's at work today. That's why I'm doing it in the afternoon here, because I kind of take over the kitchen where my desk is set up here. And she doesn't feel comfortable really being on the videos, although I'd like her to. So I'm doing it. Well, I kind of tend to just do one on Saturdays and Sundays. So yeah. Just joined and you passed the 10,000 subscribers already. Nice one to you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I'll just again pull up that 12-month chart, because I think this is kind of the technical. Okay, so we were about a month before September, which is, if I just look at the 365-day chart here. So I think this is kind of the nicer kind of one to show that kind of sudden spike here. It kind of was a few months that it kind of went on for, and then it just went nuts, if that makes sense. So I think it's kind of just interesting to see the kind of, there's a couple of spikes here. There's one where it was 3,200 on May 14th. And then in the 10 days, it pretty much doubled. And then again, there was another spike here where it went crazy. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Congrats, Zangiv. We've got, so just talking to you personally, I've got a Russian YouTubers Telegram group that I've created, and I'd love you to join it. Konstantin's in it. Ellie from Russia's in it. Who else is in it? There's 16 of us. It's not a big group, but I can't find a way to contact you. So I don't really use Instagram, which I think that's your only contact that I noticed. So if you want to find another video and send me an email, I've not got any description in this video, but look at one of the other videos on the channel and send me a very quick email if you want to. You don't have to, of course. I'll send you the Telegram link to join our YouTube group. It's basically, so for anyone watching live, I've created a little group on Telegram to chat amongst ourselves, which is Russian YouTubers who make content in English. Now, Zangiv lives in Moscow as well. I know you live somewhere. I'm thinking you live close to me or to Konstantin. I'm a little bit further down the highway from where Konstantin lives in Prelivka, which is just past Vnukovo Airport. I'm happy to tell you where I live. I mean, I think I've mentioned enough in videos. Yeah, Guy. So I messaged Konstantin almost instantly afterwards saying, what's going on? So Zangiv, Konstantin inside Russia, and Nikki Proshton. He's also in the group too, Zangiv, by the way. Nikki Proshton. The three of them went and made a bit of a video, but they did it late at night, like 10, 11 o'clock, I think you mentioned in the video. And I messaged Konstantin. I'm like, what's going on? You know, you went on make a video together. And I said, 3 people don't make up a boy band. I said, the Beatles is 4 people, right? Not 3 of you. So yeah, I'd love to kind of go for a supermarket walk with Zangiv. I enjoy doing them myself. So I think he and I would have a bit of a laugh as well, like with Konstantin in their video. And you hit a round number yourself. I hit a round number just like you 5 minutes ago. Oh, nice. I'll have to have a look. I won't pull anything up here, but I'll have to check out your, maybe whichever your what milestone was. So Shipping seems like an odd business. Most countries seem to register their ships in other countries. Yeah, tax laws, etc. Yeah, right. That's the whole thing. Like it's called the flags of convenience. So yeah, cruise lines do that as well as container ships and cargo ships because of the taxes. So that's very normal around the world. In terms of America, there's very few American flag ships that sail under U.S. flags. So yeah, a lot of them: Panama, Bahamas, Cyprus. I don't know some of the other places, but Panama is very popular. Yeah, good day. Yeah, good day. Yeah, also seeing. I mean, look, 10,008 now in the course of 30 minutes. I mean, when you watch it, it doesn't move, and then when you're not watching it, boom, it's going nuts. So yeah, Zangief can take me shopping. Yeah, hopefully we can somehow figure out meeting up. I've got no worries heading into Moscow and going anywhere and doing things. Today isn't a bit of a rainy day, but yesterday I had a nice day out with my friend Ben in Moscow. Actually, I took him to Food City. So if anyone doesn't know, there's a huge wholesale, retail, commercial food distribution center just right on the edge of Moscow region called Food City. And I took him there because he wanted to go look for a certain bottle of alcohol that we hadn't found anywhere. So we found it there. There's some amazing liquor stores in this food distribution center. And then he also wanted to get some lamb, not New Zealand lamb, but he wanted to get some lamb to cook for his relatives while he's here in Moscow. So sorry for moving the number. I just wanted to see if my unsubscribing lowers the number. It did. Well, now I've moved it back up. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So you can't technically see. I mean, if it was stuck on 10,000 for 2 days, then you would see that last person's name, but you can't technically see who the 10,000 tick over was. So if that was you, Henrik, then that's fantastic, or whoever it was. 40. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Zangief, but either way, the next milestone should be 100,000. Yeah, I think that's everybody's, right? Because you get the plaque. Yeah, I guess that's kind of the technical goal for people, the 100,000. And then essentially it's the 1,000 and then 100,000 and then 1 million. There's a bit of a technical kind of 3 milestones, but I think to get to 10,000, the one thing that's going to be a little bit off will be that it'll go past my cruise channel. I Like Cruise Ships is my cruise channel. So now if I do go back to ships in a few months' time, obviously I'll kind of just split the videos and do kind of the port videos on this channel, I think, or maybe something about the cruise ships. And then on the cruise channel, obviously, only cruise videos there, if that makes sense. I'm still very split about going back to ships. I know it's been 2 years now. Obviously, COVID was a big effect on it. So I'm still very split about going back. You know, honestly, it's kind of my wife wants me to go back. She wants to have the house empty for a few months. In all the years that we've been together, I mean, I've been doing the ships on and off, coming back and forward to Moscow and back to Australia. So it's kind of it's a tough decision. I know this is weird, but I'll probably, when I do the live stream on the cruise channel, I guess there's a lot more things I can talk about cruising wise versus traveling wise on this channel. So if anyone wants to check out I Like Cruise Ships, that's the name of the channel. I haven't posted on there in quite a while, so 40,000 subscribers. Yeah, I think maybe that's what you've hit, 40,000. Yeah. Vlad Vexler, Vasi and the Hay are all English-speaking Russian bloggers. Yeah, I've watched Vasi and the Hay. I know he lives somewhere in Moscow region as well. I don't know about Vlad Vexler, so I'll have to look him up. It's just a matter of me just sending emails to people. I just look up their email address and just ask them if they want to join this little group that I've kind of put together. So Zangief, you could even ask Konstantin and he can send you the link if you want to. Otherwise, if you can email me somehow. Yeah, 40,000. What is your plan to reach 100,000? Oh, Max, I don't know. I don't have a plan. The thing is with the channel, this is my toughest kind of thing here. Just talking about Vasi and the Hay. If anyone wants to watch an interesting channel about mostly regional Russia, he goes out to the regions and to the very small towns in regional Russia and outside of Moscow and finds some very difficult situations that people are in, and a lot poorer people, a lot of people with very more simpler lifestyles. I'm just being polite how I'm trying to explain it, but Vasi and the Hay is an interesting channel to watch. I'd love to kind of not necessarily contact him, and I don't think a collaboration between each other would be suitable for what he does on his channel, but just to talk to him, if anything I can do to help him somehow, with what he does. Just knowing that he's not probably that far out of Moscow from where I live. So, yeah, it's the thing with the Traveling with Russell channel. It's expected that I travel, right? And most of the videos I've made, which have had a lot of views, are about supermarkets, shopping centers. My background is in retail, working on cruise ships in the duty-free shops. So this is where there's a lot of similarities in what I'm doing in the videos constantly. So that's why there's not a big element of travel, if that makes sense. But the reason I kind of made the channel is to put videos on there when I do go on holiday, like to Bali, back to Australia, back to Russia. Because if I put any of these videos on this channel, on the cruise channel, it really makes no sense, and the niche of the subscribers loses its kind of point, if that makes sense. Vasi and the Hay is first a Russian YouTuber. I mean, his channel is in Russian. There he has one. Oh, interesting. Thanks, Zangief. Yeah, so Vasi and the Hay has a Russian channel with 1.8 million subs. Then his English channel is his second one. Yeah, so I guess maybe he just created that to widen his audience. I don't know. I mean, that'd be something interesting to ask him about, why he switched, maybe because of everything going on and the inability to kind of continue the audience in Russian because there's no revenue from the ads from Russian viewers on a channel, if that makes sense. If you have predominantly Russian subscribers, you're not going to earn money from Russian viewers, especially in terms of ads and ad content. So whereas things like super chats, super stickers, super thanks would come to the channel creator through the AdSense payment. So no, that's interesting. I didn't know he had a second channel, actually. I know I've watched his English channel ones because it's obviously easier to watch for me. So yeah, 1420 is another channel. These guys that are in St. Petersburg, I've watched a couple of their videos. For me, that it's very interesting. Certain topics. I mean, to watch every video about every question, I mean, it's a bit of a stretch, but certain topics are quite interesting. I mean, that's a grind to do what they're doing, to go out and basically ask people. They literally just go up to people in the street and ask them for answers to questions and topics, and then edit them together. I mean, I'd have no problems doing that, but I know that obviously they speak Russian, so they ask their audience in Russian, then they put the subtitles. But me not speaking Russian is a tough start to doing that, you know what I mean? The Ulgovs is a great as well. I'm not sure of that. Arnold, by the way, hello. Thanks for watching the live stream. Maybe that's another channel, I think. Ozlek channel. Hello, Ozlek. Nice to see you. Yeah, celebrating 10,000 subscribers. We also have 26 likes or thumbs ups. So thank you for that. Alex S, thank you. Yes, congratulations getting to 10,000 subscribers. Have a great day, Russell. Thanks. Yeah, if you're stopping by, it's very nice of you to say thank you. It's a big deal, I think. But big congratulations, Russell. I don't see every video, but enjoy your content. Thank you, Caroline. That's very nice of you. Yeah, I mean, of course, there's a lot of content on YouTube, and it's very hard. That's why I don't tend to post. I was wanting to post every 2 or 3 days. I mean, in the last week or so, I haven't, but the idea was, while I'm here, not with a job, if you like, and I'm using YouTube as a job, was to do one day at home, one day shooting a video, one day at home, and then space out the videos so that it's not overwhelming that you see too many videos. Another video from the same creator, where if you are a person that watches a lot of channels, it's a lot to catch up with typically. So yeah, thank you, Caroline. Yeah, definitely. Constantine's in the channel. Yeah, he and I are friends. We know each other very well. We chat in a separate chat on top of the group. So yeah, definitely. Constantine's there. Arnold Baklakov isn't. I have sent him an email asking if he wants to join, but he hasn't replied. So I don't know, or he hasn't clicked join to the group. So I watched Baklakov way back when I was when I first met my wife, because he's from Ufa, which is the same area or same town or city that my wife is from. So I used to pull up his videos and show my wife the videos of Ufa, and she's like, I know this, I know that, I know this building and things like that. So he's gone a little bit wayward, I think, now with his content personally. You know what I mean? Like his ideals and his thinking, but that's a personal thing, right? I mean, everyone's got what they have in their head and how they want to portray it on video. So life's travels with Russell. Yeah, this is the thing, anyone for toast. What wording I should use. I mean, the whole Russell thing, obviously, because it's me and I'm the person in the videos. You know what I mean? I'm not doing what's called a faceless channel or doing walkarounds without me in the videos. So, and it's obviously my opinions and views and what I see and talk about in the videos. So yeah, I'm kind of been throwing this idea around of different channel names. Maybe we can do that as a topic in a separate live stream. Samchai Rodboon. I wonder if is that a Thai name? I'm not sure. Samchai. Maybe you're from Thailand. Mish and T are pretty cool channel too. Yeah, I saw them in my last live stream. They just put a little comment in the last live stream. Congrats, Russell. Big fan of your channel. Thank you. Yes, very nice of you, Samchai, to say that. It's it's 10,006 now. Again, I'm looking over here, but it is over there for you guys. So I do find looking at this overall graph just very interesting, this gradual kind of build up. I mean, essentially, it's exactly a year, give or take. Well, now it's 13 months, let's call it. But the first videos there, I kind of just posted. And then, as each one gets more successful, so where a video gets a lot more views, you obviously gain a lot more subscribers at the same time. So, Zangief, if you're still watching, look for my email address in one of the other channel descriptions and send me a quick email if you like, or ask Constantine, either one. Sam. Yeah, congratulations on reaching 10,000 subscribers. Thank you. Yes. What we'll do, guys, we'll go for another 12 minutes. So we'll make it exactly a 1 hour live stream, if that's good for you guys. If anyone wants to ask a question or chat again, or where you're from, just let me know where you're watching from. That would be nice. I don't remember everybody's hometowns or places or cities or states. So, we'll go for a few more minutes and then we'll wrap up, because it was an impromptu. It's still nice that it's actually still ticking over to be 10,006 and then 30 likes. So thank you as well. From Illinois, Chicago, Illinois. Sam, that's pretty cool. I have a tiny, well, not a very big connection, but have you guys ever heard of the 6 degrees of separation? That everybody in the world knows each other within 6 people. Has anyone ever heard of this? It's kind of a theory that's kind of thrown around. So basically, if you kind of look at the Chicago link here, this is what I'm going to hint about. So many years ago, Chicago Bulls basketball team were very successful when Michael Jordan was playing there, Scottie Pippen, Tony Kukoc, Dennis Rodman. So the starting center at the time, who won a few of the championships, was Cool Hands Luke, or Luke Longley. He's an Australian basketballer that predominantly played all his career in the US, college, and then obviously NBA. So he's actually from Perth in Australia. His mum played tennis at my local tennis club in Perth, in Fremantle, actually, because they're actually from Fremantle, and I played tennis there. I went to high school there. So I know his mum, who knows, obviously, Luke Longley, who played in Chicago. So maybe you went to a game at some point, and that's our 6 degrees of separation. I think that's kind of interesting. By the way, yeah, the weather today in Moscow, so it's 8 Celsius. So 2 weeks ago, or barely 2 weeks ago, we were 30-degree days, like constantly, 30 Celsius days. And now we've gone down to 10-degree days, and then today is only 8. And it says rain on and off is the weather forecast for today. Rain on and off. So, well, Sam knows about the 6 degrees of separation. I think that's very interesting, right? That everybody in the world has a connection within 6 people, that we can link everybody back to everybody. Do you believe that's a thing? If anyone thinks that's a thing. So it goes from summer to winter. Yes. Yeah. Now, well, not winter yet. Basically, the colder weather will come November, December, where it'll sort of gradually cool down, a degree or so every kind of week, let's call it now, or a couple of degrees. We won't have too much sunny days now. It'll be just cloudy and I wouldn't say dull, but some people always call it dull when it's cloudy and rainy, but not beautiful days like we had literally a week ago, 2 weeks ago. We had that kind of good long month of warm, hot weather where my wife went for 4 days away with her friend, and they basically were sun tanning for those 4 days. So it's possible, right? Yeah, sorry, I keep just staring over at the subscriber count there to see that 10,000 number. So it's very momentous. Momentous? Is that the right word? I don't know which word we want to use, but yeah, massive thanks, everybody. If you are watching live or watching the replay, maybe, you guys are a big part of the channel's success. Obviously, you put your faith in the channel by clicking subscribe, putting thumbs ups, putting comments. I haven't replied to comments pretty much in about 2 or 3 days, maybe 4 days now. So I need to catch up a little bit. It's very difficult now to reply to every comment because there's just too many. What I do like to do when I put a live video or put a video on the channel is I'll kind of read and reply to comments for at least the first hour or 2 of the video, because typically I'm online at the same time. So I can pull up extra screens here. I've got a few different screens in front of me here. So it's easy to kind of follow a new video when I put it on there. So yeah, it's very cool. I'm a bit lost for words. I don't have any more comments here. So yeah, things like, again, some people kind of ask about, supporting the channel like this. I mean, thumbs ups on a video. I mean, of course, there's always going to be thumbs downs. I mean, I know that. I don't think I've got 100% video now in the last 20 videos where there's only thumbs ups. You can't see the number of thumbs downs now as a viewer of a channel, but you can see the thumbs down on the analytics of the channel. So it's definitely noticeable. I think a cool idea for simulcast would be for you and other vloggers on each of your channels and do a live stream answering questions live as to what is going on in Russia. Yeah, Sam, I just talked about that with Konstantin today inside Russia, about him coming on a live stream, and he actually suggested we just do a collab together. Like, we'll go somewhere in Moscow, make a video together, have a good laugh and a chuckle, doing like an interview style. I'd like to do that with other YouTubers, of course. I mean, that would be a cool thing to do. Just mostly talking about what brought them to Russia, what their background is, their language, maybe what they're doing for work and things like that. That would be more something I could do. someone suggested a thing called "Everyone Has a Story." Actually, that was one of the other on another live stream. Someone mentioned this. Everyone has a story. I mean, I know it's already probably been used, this wording, but where you could just go through, have maybe a 30-minute or 1 hour live stream, just asking each other questions. I want to do that maybe with my neighbor. We kind of did that together on the live stream when we chatted, but we didn't really have a bit of a plan about questions. He came over, we fixed one of the cupboards in the lounge room, and then we went live. So I'd already set up the sort of setup for the live stream. So, so it was kind of, impromptu, any questions to ask him, so yeah, just an idea. Thanks, Sam. Yeah, I've kind of thought about it. With Constantine, obviously his channel dynamic and what he does is a little bit more, well, I'm going to say it's more serious and more topic related and, trending topics at the moment here in Russia. So, but, asking people about what's going on is difficult because obviously everyone has an opinion. Everyone not necessarily wants to share the opinion, and a lot of people don't want to share it on social media, the opinion, so it's a very tough thing. That's where 1420 channel there and where they do the Q&As with people, and they probably ask hundreds of people and only end up with 20, because some people do and don't want to answer things publicly. So can you show on maps where you actually visit the shopping malls? Yeah, Max, I think I might have to go back and do that and just put a Google map link, you mean? Like a clickable map link on the video of where the shopping malls are. Yeah, I can do that. I mean, if that way, then you could click that and have a look at it on a web browser, I guess. I might have to go back and correct those. I don't remember exactly times and minutes. I know I've answered it in comments because people ask in comments, when were you there, what time? I mean, yesterday's video that we filmed was basically lunchtime at the shopping center when I was with Ben walking around, because we met at 10 a.m. at his place. And then we came essentially back to my place, and then we went to somewhere else afterwards. So, yeah, Nikki did also a video with Roman. Yes, another blogger. He is English speaking, but outside of Russia. Yeah, he's in Georgia now, I think. Yeah, I watched him as well. I mean, from before when he was in Chelyabinsk, long time ago. I should send him an email or look up his email from his website or his YouTube channel. These kind of bigger sub YouTubers, it's difficult. Kind of, you either know them and they'll happily join, or they get a million emails a day and they don't read them. So it's understandable, right? Oh, there you go. I'm also from Novosibirsk. Yeah, and there's an Australian family that live there that I've tried to contact, and it's gone nowhere. And it's weird because they're a whole family that are from Perth, which is my city, but I guess they're just not interested, or I don't know what their thing is. Maybe they're just quiet people who don't want to join each other. I don't know. What do you think of the recent expulsion of Bold and Bankrupt? Yes. So, Sam, have you watched the video? Actually, your name's Sam. So another person that's in our little YouTuber group is a guy called Sam's Russian Adventures. So if you want to watch some stuff in Russia, look up that channel. He's an English guy that's lived in Vladimir, it's Vladimir, in the northeast of Moscow, in the Moscow Golden Ring, it's called. He's lived there for 17 years, an English guy. And he put that video of his interview with where he was interviewed at a police station, I imagine, or whatever, immigration center where his email. I think it's very, obviously, he's made content in Ukraine recently. Obviously, he's spoke about what was going on. I think in some of the comments or some of the descriptions, he talked about some of the things going on, and obviously the Russian government caught on to that. Yeah, I think in terms of his videos and what he's done for showing Russia, it's amazing. No question about that. I mean, some people kind of go, oh, he's showing like bad places, this back streets, these dirty roads or buildings. But, outside of the major cities in Russia, I mean, this is Russia. I mean, I can go an hour or two outside of where I live, and it's really just regional Russia, rural Russia. It's very normal places. I mean, really, the Khrushchevkas, the housing, the very traditional Russian panel housing, the small little shops, the small rynoks, all these sort of things. And, it's very normal Russia. And I completely be happy to go to these places, visit these places, meet people. I mean, I can't probably replicate what he does because obviously he speaks fluent Russian. Probably he writes it as well, I imagine, reads and writes. I know he can read it, but write it. But in terms of promoting somewhere, in terms of tourism, if you want to call it that, he's done a massive thing for Russia. But, they obviously see a slight negative in what he's done recently. And that's it. You know what I mean? He's been asked, I don't know about the word expulsion. He did mention that he's been asked to leave. I would imagine he was given a time frame that he should leave the country. And that's that. I don't know the very specifics of it, but yeah, Nikki makes some interest. Yeah, Nikki's also in our little YouTuber group as well. Makes some interesting videos, interesting and thoughtful videos. A chat with him would be interesting. Constantine and 1420 also. Yeah, look, Nikki's in St. Petersburg and 1420 is also there. With Constantine, I know him, so we are planning to do a video together soon in maybe the next week or two. It's just a matter of timing. I mean, obviously he's back in Moscow now. His kids go to school. He goes to work. It's not easy for him to have some time free from his kids, his wife, his work, and the fact that he does videos nightly as well. So, yeah, I'd love to kind of do something. The other guys in St. Petersburg, obviously a little bit further away. So, call me Sam or Sammy if that helps. Thanks, Sam. Yes. Thank you. Oh, you've seen it. Yeah. Sam's Russian Adventures. If anyone wants to watch any kind of other Russian content from an English point of view, it might be worth watching his videos. I mean, the thing with YouTubers, right, and watching them, I'm going to say bluntly, you either love or hate them, I think. You can get a feeling and a kind of a like for people. I mean, I watch a very varied group of videos that I watch. You know what I mean? I watch house renovating videos. I watch guys that show you tools, like tool reviews. I watch a guy that does bricklaying. I watch a guy that does lawn mowing. I watch a guy that remodels cars. Mostly guys, weirdly, but and it's just that you kind of have that connection, and maybe that's with me. I don't know as well, right? Thanks everybody if that's the answer, But Sam as well. I mean, he's torn with his videos because he's put that video on there, but he doesn't want to get into that loop of doing that sanctions in the videos that a little bit that I show. He wants to show where he lives and all the good things about his lifestyle living in Moscow region. So for you, what are the differences between Australia and Russia? Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, I've kind of showed that in the supermarket kind of ones. I guess the simpler lifestyle. I mean, okay, I don't work full time here. I'm using YouTube as my job. So money that comes from ad revenue, money that comes from super chats forms part of what I consider my wage from doing videos. It's a lot simpler here. I mean, there's a lot less thinking about news, thinking about politics, thinking about what the trending thing on the news is daily, or what you've looked at on social media is the news. That's not really a part of, there's 100 million plus people here too. So you can't answer for the whole country. Definitely not. But I just find it's simpler here. You go to the shop, buy some food, come home. I mean, between my wife and I, we don't watch really any normal Russian television. My wife watches movies. She watches some comedies and kind of drama TV shows, but we don't watch any news. So any news that either of I get from social media news, from Instagram, she does Instagram, I don't. From Telegram and things like that, and I use VPNs to see Western news. So it's there is a lot of differences. I mean, actually, the video that you'll see coming out tonight with my New Zealand friend Ben. Actually, I just noticed him in the chat here, so he'll point out a few things, the difference between New Zealand and Russia with the supermarkets. So there's a million and one things that I could answer, but I guess I could make a kind of video, but I mean, it's pretty much just a talking head video where I just sit in the lounge room and write down 5 or 10 different things and do that. Oh, there we go. So Ben, congratulations on the 10,000 Russell Ramshanks are in the oven. Oh, yes. So yes, I didn't mention Ben. We after the supermarket, we went on to Food City. I think I mentioned it earlier on, but yeah, and Ben went looking for certain things that at this huge market that we went to, and he wants to make lamb shanks, which is actually when we were in Australia last year, we made some very good friends with a couple. My wife met her through doing nails. So she was Russian from St. Petersburg, and her husband is Scottish, and they have a son. And we'd go over to their place, and she'd make lamb shanks. Ian, her husband, loves lamb shanks and some mashed potato and some veg. So yeah. Congrats, Alien from Mars. Yeah, thank you. Congrats on 10,000 subscribers. Yes, thank you. Very nice. It's very nice of you. 1420s in Moscow. Are they in Moscow? I thought they were in St. Petersburg. Maybe they are in Moscow. I honestly thought they were in St. Petersburg. But maybe they are. Sorry if I'm mixed up with where they are. They have several different people in different cities. Yeah, I guess now that their channel kind of took off so crazily, they can just use. I mean, again, it's basically talking. It's a faceless channel, so they just need somebody to go to an area in the city or whatever suburb and film people and ask them exactly the question that they're creating the title for their video around. So, what do I do for a living? So essentially, I do YouTube. I do this. What you guys are watching. By the way, 10,011 subscribers. The goal isn't to stay here. Oh, 10,000. Oh, okay. Someone left. The goal isn't really to sit here and watch it was to tick over 10,000, ask some questions. So YouTube is my living for now. My wife does work. She has her own nail salon where we live. I've talked about that before. She pretty much does that, everything unassisted from me. Although I try to give her advice. She essentially doesn't listen to any of it. Hope she does, just doesn't admit it. So yeah, I earn money from you guys watching the videos through the ads that are coming about from you watching YouTube. So, and then it's supplemented then by through super chats. So if people pay super chat, super thanks, super stickers, that kind of adds together into the money that comes from YouTube. So I'll be always very honest and polite about this because it's really a bonus if that comes about for the channel. So my living, I guess, before YouTube, so exactly a year ago when I had no subscribers, you don't essentially get paid from YouTube till you hit 1,000 subscribers and then 4,000 hours of watch time. So there's kind of some technical kind of points you've got to reach to do that. So a year ago, before that, I was back in a year and a half ago now, I guess, I was back in Australia, and I was doing merchandising in supermarkets and petrol stations, and I was also doing refitting of stores. So when they rebuilt the store or they built a new one, I'd come in overnight as part of teams with other workers, and we'd do the merchandising of the supermarkets from scratch. So, someone's back. 10,011. So, Michael Schneider, yes, 10,000. Wow, yes, it is a big achievement. I totally agree. And as I talked about, that there's no sun coming out. The sun comes out of the window here. That's why it's very shaded now. Sorry. Yes, it's very nice to get to 10,000. Yeah, they have people in out in the east too. Yeah, so I think they definitely are from St. Petersburg, but then they probably are using other people. I mean, look, you could pay somebody to go and ask questions on the streets. You could do that even just through Fiverr. Find someone to do it anywhere in the world. Can you film and ask questions on the street in your town, in your city, around the world? This question, and then you could put it together as a video. It's kind of a good idea. It's a good idea for a channel, by the way, if you want to steal the idea. I'm from Auckland. Where is Ben from? We could be in the 6 degrees of separation. Hamilton. Ben, if you're watching, maybe you can type where you're from. I think it's Hamilton is the place, because he brought me if you guys saw on the last couple of videos, I was wearing the microphones. These. Let's just move that to the other size, so it's more me now. These are the microphones, these Rode Wireless Go microphones. I bought them from a shop in New Zealand, and he went and picked them up literally in his car, and then he brought them to Russia for me. So we actually wore them yesterday together. By the way, these were bought with money from YouTube, particularly from the Super Chat money, because I kind of set myself, that's the goal. Wow, the sun really comes crazy through this window now. That was my goal always, if there was ever Super Chat money, that would go towards buying equipment for the channel. So if anyone's noticed that I have a microphone here on a kind of tripod arm, there we go. Now the sun's gone away. So I used that. So that was basically the purchase. And then that's my normal microphone that plugs in to the everything I shoot on my phone, by the way. So yeah, you may be related somehow. Yeah, Russ, old son, greetings from Sydney. You're on the up and up. Keep it up. Thank you, Daniel Richards. Yes, very nice of you. Yeah, it's probably now just going to just keep going, and I'm going to have to maybe say 12,000 or 15,000 as my next goal in my mind to reach. I mean, between 10,000 and 100,000, it's a long way. It's a grind to get to that kind of next number. So, yeah, I think I'll just sort of set a more smaller, realistic next goal to reach. I know purely it's from making more videos. So putting more videos, even every 2 or 3 days to put a video, would, kind of make the channel grow quicker. I mean, the biggest challenge you've got is changing up the content. So where I did a video at one of the conventions, that I like to go to conventions here in Moscow. There's a lot of them. So, not everybody wants to watch a bakery convention video, but everybody wants to watch an empty shopping mall video. And it really does confuse the mind of you when you kind of make them, because it's like, my God, I went there, I enjoyed making it, I walked around for the day, I filmed it, and I talked about it, and then it got no views. And then the next video you do at the supermarket, like the one that I've done recently, has 60,000 or 70,000 views, which for my channel is good. Anytime you can get more views than your subscribers, you've done something right. That's really, really the tough thing to kind of decipher. If you're starting out very small with YouTube, I always say, if you can get half the views of your subscriber count, then you've done something right there. Because some people will subscribe, may never watch again. They just subscribe because you met them in the streets, and they may not watch every video, or, and then the analytics will then send that video to more viewers that are not subscribers that watch similar content. So, yeah, it's good. 10-0-12. Still, for better or worse, Russian and Australian mindsets are different, maybe drastically. Do you both experience it in your everyday life? I guess my wife and I guess you're asking that. We argue, we clash. I think any husband and wife do, and couple. I think I'm coming around more to, like you say, Russian mindset, coming around more to living here more longer and more like now being here for a year straight versus coming just for a shorter holiday and leaving. Yeah, it's oh no, sorry, I thought there was a line on the screen. Yeah, I mean, I can't ever sort of say that, I know everything about Russia. I clearly don't. I mean, I'm very, very uneducated about some of the history of Russia. Yeah, I guess I kind of have to I mean, my wife always tells me, "Oh, you're always smiling. You're always happy. You're always having a laugh." Like yesterday with Ben and I, you know what I mean, going about where we went to and back and so forth. And my wife's always like that. Like, why are you happy? We're going to the shops. We're going to this. We're going to cross Moscow to the doctor. Why are you happy? I'm like, because I am, right? That's me. Where, maybe sometimes she's not happy. You know what I mean? She has up and down emotion and things like that, like anybody would. But most of the time, there's not something that's bothering me like that. You know what I mean? I guess a video not getting views bothers me more than something, or I don't know, like today's raining and I need to go out and I need to go to the shop and buy some water, bottled water. And what else did I have to go? Something else I had to go and buy. My wife told me before she went to work this morning and I've forgotten what else to get her, so I know that it's just a lot simpler here than it is. I mean, some things can be very difficult here too, particularly paperwork, anything to deal with the government, documents, any kind of thing that's clerical is difficult to deal with. Excuse me. But I'm learning to become more chilled out about it and not stress and worry and think about it. So, yeah, good question. I guess it's a very hard answer to the question that you've written there. I understand it totally, though. Daniel's already a subscriber, so you can't help my numbers today. That's okay. I mean, a thumbs up or a comment helps the channel always. I mean, those sort of things. Even after this video finishes the end of the live stream here, you can write a comment underneath it or a thumbs up to the video afterwards. Any of that kind of thing always helps, even if it's just any kind of comment or thumbs up on a video, even thumbs down. I mean, obviously, if you don't like something, you don't like it, right? But 10:13. Wow. If you're a surfer, Ben, you're a short drive to Raglan. I wonder if Ben knows Raglan. I don't know these places in New Zealand, short of me Googling them. So, shall I pull up the maps? I'm sure. Hamilton. And New Zealand. Sure, you guys know these places. Oh, there you go. Raglan, yes. It's very close. Directions. It won't do directions from I am. Raglan. By car, it is 33 minutes away. Check that out. Yeah, so I guess I don't know New Zealand. Very honestly, I can't genuinely know these distances apart, but 30 minutes to the coast or I guess wherever it is you go surfing there, Nakaruma Beach. Oh, look at that place. Oh, 4.7 on the rankings. That's where everyone's going surfing, I think. What do you reckon? Look at that for a day out. Beautiful. Yes, this is a place. Wow, thank you for mentioning that. Sorry, let's pull that over there. What's going on? There it is. Yeah, best point break around on the west coast of New Zealand. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, if you guys watch Point Break, the movie, the bit where he goes to that, is it the 50-year storm or the 100-year storm at the very end of Point Break, the first Point Break? he goes to Bells Beach, Australia, which is near Geelong on the coast of Victoria, a few hours from Melbourne. But the Cape Otway Lighthouse is there, which is my last name. So my name is Russell Otway, and the Cape Otway Lighthouse. And when he's driving there in the Jeep, Keanu Reeves, to go find the guy, right? He on the radio in the Jeep, I think it mentions it's like the winds are blowing from Cape Otway to wherever, and then he goes to walk down to the beach. That's Bells Beach in Australia. So yeah, it's kind of my 6 degrees right there with Cape Otway Lighthouse, the oldest lighthouse in Australia, which has nothing to do with me or my family. So what about Bambinos? Are they part of the plan? Oh, children. Daniel, for now, we've not really talked about it. I guess if I go back to ships now and all sorts of things, in the short term, we don't have any of that in our plan. I mean, I know it's a big thing in Russia to have kids and families, and probably more than it is in Australia, I think, children and things like that and families here. Yeah, we haven't talked about it. So yeah, and for now, not. Oh, he goes to Raglan regularly. I wouldn't call myself a surfer, though. Yeah, me either. I'm a boogie boarder, if at best. I think the board, I wouldn't be able to stand up on the board. I have a body board. If you've got a fancy boogie board, it's called a body board. I've got one in the garage, my parents' garage in Australia, from when I bought it when I went to Hawaii. I went on holiday in Hawaii, a couple of trips, and I brought it back from Hawaii to Australia in the bag and as luggage and so on, and it's still there because it's too valuable. It wasn't a cheap boogie board when I bought it, bodyboard, but I won't give it away or take it down to the what do you call that place, like where you give up all the old clothes for charities, so yeah, hard to beat on a fine day. Yeah, it looks beautiful there, that spot. That really looks like in the southwest of WA, Margaret River, which is where the wine comes from, Perth, the region of the southwest of the Western Australian coast. So, yeah. 1,011 subscribers, everybody. 37 likes. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to end the live stream here, I think. Ben, thanks for jumping in on the live stream. Again, I didn't tell anybody. I literally did this completely completely off plan, if that makes sense. I was thinking about doing it even earlier than getting to 10,000, but it really just jumped up very quickly to 9,999 when we went live. So, and we've kind of been on here a while, way longer than I thought. So, massive thank you. Yeah, I'll have the video of you and I up a little bit later on. So if anyone is a watcher, or you guys watching now, of course, you'll be able to see a new video in a few hours, probably 3 or 4 hours. Let me add. I'm not quite finished editing it. I'll need to render it and then upload it, and then make a nice picture or thumbnail for it. So, yeah. Thanks everybody who's here live watching now. If you are watching the end of the video, good. God bless you. Thank you very much for getting to the very end. I'll end here on 10,012 subscribers. So, yeah, watch more videos, I guess. Wait for more to come on the channel. Again, if you want to put a comment on this video after it's finished live, it'll be nice. Yeah, 10:49 p.m. in Australia. Yeah, I've kind of gone much live earlier than I would for US times. Normally I'm doing 8, 9, 10 p.m. here in Moscow. So here it's 5:50 p.m. now, 10 to 6. So yeah, it's plus 5 hours for Perth, and then 3 more for Melbourne, 2 more for New Zealand. And usually I always count Perth to Miami as 11 or 12 hours. So it's usually the exact 12-hour difference. So yeah, cheers. Thank you, Ben. Yes. Sorry. Oh, where are we here? Oh, my chat on screen is behind the chat from YouTube there by a couple of ticks. So yeah, thank you. Yeah. All right, everybody. I'm out of here. Well done. Yes, thank you. Recurve. Well, 12:50 Sydney time. So it's 2 hours now. Yeah, they have daylight saving on the east coast of Australia. We don't have it in Perth. So yeah, it's either a 2 hour or 3 hour time difference, depending on the time of year, I guess. So yeah, it's kind of interesting on this graph. If I just kind of pull that up there, the thing over here now, so it's jumped up the next kind of line here on the graph. If I do 28 days, okay, so it's still showing 10,000. What happened there? We lost all the subscribers? No, come on. Well, it's doing fireworks for 10,000 though. So I guess we'll leave that as the last thing on the screen. That's crazy if that's jumped away, but oh, there we go. Now it's going along. Oh, check that out. Well, that's fun. The last part right here. Oh, it's gone down again, up and down. Yeah, I think that was, if I talked about it right at the beginning of the video here about Mr. Beast when he was going for the 100 million. It was like 20, 30, 40,000 unsubscribed within seconds. And he obviously had to do the live stream longer because it took quite a while to catch back up. So he'd be gaining organic subscribers, and then he'd get people who are clicking unsubscribe, subscribe back and forward to throw around the channel's analytics. So yeah. All right. I'm out of here. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for being a subscriber to the channel. I don't think we're going to have a cake and any kind of big celebration. Maybe I might record another video just to thank everybody. Yeah, it's very nice of everyone who's watching live. Thanks for the likes again. Thanks for subscribers. Yeah, and onwards and upwards from here, everybody. So yeah, catch you later, everybody. Bye.